is Sara Naderi, and I am living in Istanbul currently with my family. I have 3 children, my husband, who's French. I'm originally from upstate New York. Yeah, I've been living outside of the US for about 15 years now. Our children are Millie, Max, and Adrian, and they're 8, 6, and 4. Yeah, it was bam, 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 3 in a row. My husband was working a lot. He wasn't home. He travels around the world for business. So it was me and the kids a lot of the time. We were on vacation. And I remember just thinking I don't even know the incident that happened, but the kids, everything in the house is just turned upside down. Asking the kids to do anything was like pulling teeth. And then my husband and we were not on the same page, at all. And it just accumulated, I guess, in summer last year. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Our middle child, from the age of 2, he was labeled, not so much labeled, but people talked around it oh, maybe he has sensory processing disorder. Maybe he has ADHD. Maybe he has oppositional defiant. There was always talk around it. There was no specific diagnosis, but from 2, he was in occupational therapy and he was in a preschool. And I remember being called in and I was sitting down and they're like, yeah, this is a problem. He is a problem. And I'm like, I was pregnant out to here with my 3rd child. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know. Where do I go? For me, I felt like a deer in headlights. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah, he needs help. When you have authority people who are in charge of your children saying these things to you, yeah, of course, I'm going to be more vulnerable to it, I guess. He's the 6-year-old and his behavior became so big and so emotive and so to the point where it was causing a lot of trouble between my husband and I in our marriage. My greatest obstacle has been, I have a couple, but one has been staying at the same pace as my husband. We are getting on the same page and this is where we are now, but I feel like maybe there might be a little imbalance of the knowledge. Also, my perfectionism has really come into play here. And it's like, I need to do this right now. And if I don't get it right, I'm like, what's going on? This has really played and poked and, needled and jostled my perfectionism as a parent. Wow. And it's very clear to me the things that I need to work on, in order to parent better. The kids are way more responsive than the adults are. We haven't had much pushback in terms of what we've implemented so far. It's pretty awesome though, because it bleeds into other areas of my life. So my career, my interactions with other people, how I even drive, I live in a city that's very, very, very traffic dense, and the kind of maniacs that are on the road and want to, my days have been ruined from traffic. I'll just say that. And even my approach to this is so much more measured and even and calm and wow, your wife must be pregnant, in labor. Maybe you need to get to the hospital right away. If I'm screaming curse words at people while I'm driving and my kids are in the back seat, and now I have that conscious awareness of yeah, why would you do that? Yeah, why would you do? Of course they're cursing at school. The awareness that just comes out of it is boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, that one. So it's yeah.
Love it. I love it.
My greatest accomplishment has been the relationship I've been able to develop with my daughter on a more intimate, level. This was one of my things going into this program, was that my distance from my oldest daughter. She looks just like me as a kid. So many things that she said brought up so many things in me. So I unconsciously was pulling away. And as sad as that is, I'm ginormously grateful that I can relate to her in so much better ways, because I'm more confident as a person myself. Triggers will always be there, but I'm able to mitigate them. And my reaction, my recovery time has minimized so much. When my daughter says something like, "Mommy, you never spend time with me," I'm not immediately like, boom, of course I spend time with you. Why wouldn't you? I'm able to be like, "Millie, is that a goal that you have? You want to spend time with me? That's awesome. I want to spend time with you too." Like, these are things that they seem so small in the moment,
Yeah.
but they equal such huge transformations. Like, my daughter told me the other day, "I want to be just like you, Mommy, when I grow up." And I'm like, really?
What?
Not that my son's relationships, you have boys, you have girls, the difference between it. And mothers and daughters have this like frenetic, I guess, energy. Sometimes when they leave, I want to have a forever relationship with them. I don't want this separation, like, "You're
Like they have to
18,
leave.
leave." I want them to want to leave, but I mean, it's different, and I want that like camaraderie and friendship.